Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Nicole, and today's practice we're going to be working towards like a final mermaid pose. So if you're not familiar with that pose, it's a pretty deep back bend. So we'll be working on poses that strengthen the back, hip openers, as well as thigh stretches. So that final pose does have a lot of modifications. So if you don't think that, you can do that pose, it doesn't really matter because there's a lot of ways there's a lot of points along the way that you can stop and work those areas before you advance along. So a couple blocks may be handy and a strap, maybe a blanket. We're gonna start seated. So sitting, so you also, if you sit up on a blanket so that your hips are a little bit higher than your knees, that may be more comfortable for you. Just find a position that feels nice. And then from there, let's think about straightening our spine a little bit more, finding a little bit more length, rolling our shoulders back. And then if you'd like to bring your hands to heart center, we're going to go ahead and connect to our breath now. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Maybe you like to set an intention for the class now. Sometimes I just like to use whatever word pops into my brain. Today that word was calm. Maybe I'll try to be calm while I practice these hard things. Last round of breath. And go ahead and drop your hands to your knees, and we are going to do some circles with the spine. Our spine's going to do a lot of work today, so let's get in there. You can do big, exaggerated circles. You can come forward. You can experiment with little smaller circles at the base. There's no rules. There you go. The other way now. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe try those smaller circles. All right, and so we still have our hands on our knees, and let's try a little cat-cow from a seated position. So we're gonna tuck our chin, really round our back, drop our chin, using our knees to kind of hold on to here, and then inhale. Bring the heart forward, look up, stretch those shoulders back, and do a few rounds with your breath. Inhale, arching forward. Exhale, rounding back. One more time. All right, go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Reach one arm over and then up and over for a side stretch here. You can really reach so you feel a nice line of energy along your spine right there. You can look down or you can look up. Breathe. And inhale, come up and reach that off the other way. Reach. And then Up and over. Breathing. And then come back up. And then from here, we are gonna meet on all fours. Okay, from all fours, check your hands. Make sure that they are bright and active. Really press down. Toes are curled under, gripping the mat. And then from here, we're gonna do a little, like a mild cow. So so here's like a neutral, a little arch there. And then press into downward dog. You can leave the knees bent. Keep the hands bright and active. You can look forward and check. You can shift side to side. Try to get a little longer. And then press down and away with your hands to help broaden your chest. And breathe in and out. 7 more rounds of breath. Beautiful. Let's raise that right leg high to the sky. Really spread those toes, bright and active feet, hands, and then inhale. Lift up on the ball of the back foot. Exhale. Bring that knee through or round. So now we're in this high lunge. Square everything. And then inhale, squeeze the feet, legs together, create this little lift, arch in the back of the heart. And then exhale, push the feet away, lift the chest, collarbones expand. Inhale. And exhale, expand. Inhale, squeeze it together. Exhale, expand. Go ahead and drop that left knee now. And actually, don't drop it, keep it lifted. And then from here, scoot that front foot over. And so we're just keeping everything active right now. But if you want to lower down, you can lower down. You can kind of keep that same squeezing in action, pressing away. It's just a real mild movement. And breathing in and out. In and out. All right, go ahead and lower that knee now. And come on up, and we're gonna press back into half splits here. So I got this at a 90 to get the most oomph out of it. Press your heel firmly into the mat, draw it back towards you, and then inhale. Lift the chin and the heart, and then exhale, go ahead and fold over. Blocks can be super handy right here. And breathe. And then inhale, look forward, shift forward. And then we are going to pivot to the center of our mat. So toes are now pointed to the long edge of our mat. Inhale, lift the heart, maybe have a little micro bend in the knees. And then exhale, fold. Inhale and exhaling. And then inhale, come up, and we're gonna shift over. So now we're at the back of our mat, over the left foot, and now we're in this high lunge on the left side. And we're gonna make it dynamic by squeezing our feet and our legs together, which creates this lift through the pelvis. And then exhale, expand. Lift, broaden the collarbones, press the feet or away, extending, and then hover around like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then now stay high. Maybe shift that left foot over a little bit. Keep the left knee lifted, and then either stay high or for more intensity, come down, keeping that knee hugging into the center. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and drop that right knee. Hands around that front foot, and we're going to press into half splits. So this is at a 90 or thereabouts. And then inhale, lift the chin. Maybe have you up on blocks. And then exhale, fold. And inhale, come back up into that high lunge. Pivot the toes again, so now they're back facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Plant that left hand under your face. And then inhale, heart open for a nice twist here. Maybe you gaze up or down, or maybe be higher on a block. Just make it your own. And rest when you need to. And then now the right hand about under your face here. And then think of rolling the heart open, keeping the hips level. And then drop that hand, and then we're gonna come back to the front of our mat and meet in plank. All right. Plank. You can drop your knees here if you'd like. Make sure your shoulders stay up, back, and then lower all the way down. So from here, we are going to do 3 variations of locust to really help strengthen our back nice and evenly before this mermaid stuff coming up. So go ahead and palms to the sky. Check your shoulders. Make sure they're rolling up and not drooping. And then from here, on the inhale, we're going to lift our hands, feet. Really reach your hands back to help lift, open your chest. You're doing great. Take a deep breath in. Maybe feel a little longer. And then exhale. Come all the way down. Go ahead and rest your hands. Go ahead and rest your head on your hands. And take a deep breath in. Fill up your belly. Relax. Let it all go. Okay, come on up, and so you can either stay with that first variation or you can clasp your hands behind your back. My shoulders are drooping again, rolling them up and back, and inhaling, lifting. We point those toes. And we pull with those hands and breathe. And exhale. And breathe again. And exhale. One more last deep breath. Exhale. Let it all go. Rest your forehead once more. Maybe shift their hips from side to side. Taking a deep breath. And relaxing. All right, come back up. This is our last variation. So it's our Superman. So should screw back. Okay, so that was just so you can see. So go ahead and see the knife edge of your hands. Go ahead and put that there on the earth and press down, and then use that to anchor and roll your shoulders up and back. So now they're in a good place. Maybe lift those toes, and then yay, we're flying and breathing too. Breathe in and out. We're gonna do one more deep breath. Stretch long. And then exhale. Let it all go. Good job. Closer you are to the earth, the harder things become. Okay, so let's come on up and back onto all fours. And spread our knees as wide as the mat now, toes touching. Use your hands to really help press your hips back towards your heels. Nice, relax, and then drop your forehead, child's pose. And breathe. Beautiful. Come back up. We're going to meet on all fours here. Curl your toes under, little tilt. So here's neutral. Put a little tilt in your pelvis if possible. Press your hands firmly. Exhale, press into downward dog. And downward dog, making sure your hands are bright and active. Having a little bend on the knees if you need to. Really trying to shift to get your booty as high in the air as you can. Breathing. Put a bend in your knees. Look forward between your hands. Jump, walk, step to the front of your mat. Inhale here, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. Let me grab opposing elbows, bending the knees a whole bunch, and just kind of letting everything hang. This ragdoll. And then inhale Inhale, hands to your hips, bending the knees, and come all the way to standing. Okay, from standing, I'm just gonna turn around so that you will see behind me, but you could stay facing forward. I'm gonna inhale our arms up overhead, feet under our hips, little bend in the knees, and we're gonna cactus the arms out, lift the chest, bend backwards. And then inhale, come back up. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So you can do it with your own breath. Just be real focused about it, intentional, slow, really lifting through the back of the heart. Last round. Feel like you're pulling the air, ripping it away. And then inhale back up. Fabulous. We're going to do a little figure 4 standing here. So I'm putting a little weight on my left foot, finding a little playful balance there, lifting my right knee, opening it, setting the foot above my left knee. You can move adjust how you need to. Hands to heart center. I'm pushing my booty back, a little tilt there so that I can come forward. And you can stay here, just make sure this foot's active, or you can lower your hands. Maybe you want to be on blocks, maybe you just want to stay balancing standing. It's up to you. Just try to feel a nice stretch in your outer hip. Well, make sure you're ready. A little bend there. Inhale. Whoop, try to balance all the way up. Good job. Shake it out, and we'll do the other side. So now I'm putting the weight on my right foot, a little bend in that knee, lifting the left knee, opening, foot flexed, shoulders back, heart bright, and then that tilt in the pelvis to come forward here. Really like all forward folds, you want that nice little tilt. Inhale. And exhale. Come on up. Release. Feet together or under your hips. Hands at your hips. Bend your knees. Touch the earth. Inhale. Chair. Can't have your hands together or apart's fine. Squeeze the legs. And exhale. Fold. Inhale, halfway look up. And exhale, step back into plank. And here from plank, drawing the navel in and up. A little poof in the back of the heart. And then exhale, bend your knees, push your hips back, downward dog. Breathing in and out. Okay, from here, raise that right leg high to the sky. And then we're gonna bring that knee forward, pigeon, dropping the knee about behind this right wrist. Spreading that left leg back. So you want engagement in the legs, even though we're down here and maybe it's super sensational for you. So feel free to have blocks to stabilize. Maybe put a block under. Otherwise, if you like to come forward, you can go ahead and do that now. Honor wherever you're at and breathe into all the sensations. From here, if you'd like to stay, just stay with the pigeon, or flex that back foot in, reach around. So that's my right arm. I'm reaching around for my left foot, bringing it into the booty. Really big thigh stretch. And just breathe. And release the back foot if you grabbed it. Hands under your shoulders, toes curl under, lift up, press back into downward dog. And pedal out the feet if you'd like. And we'll raise that left leg high now. And bring that knee through. Behind the left wrist. Lower. So we talked about this engagement in the leg. So there's the squeezing of like if there was it's Halloween season, right? Like if there's a broomstick I was trying to squeeze between my legs. That's the kind of engagement. And then if you'd like to come down, go ahead and come down. And then if you like, you can flex that back foot and reach around, drawing it in to the booty. If you grab that back foot, go ahead and release it now. Hands under your shoulders, toes tuck under. Lift, press back into downward dog. All right, let's go ahead and work towards our mermaid now. Raise that right leg high to the sky once more. Inhale, bring it through, knee behind right wrist. We're gonna stay up high this time. So squeeze those legs together, riding that broomstick. Just for Halloween. And all right, so if you can't come up or hold yourself up kind of squared forward like this, that's probably where the work is, and that is perfectly okay. This is a hard back bending pose, so, and it just requires not just back bending, but so many things. So if this is where you need to stay and work, you're like, wow, this is a lot, just stay here. That's great. Otherwise, we're gonna kick that back foot in again, not unlike the last pose. And so maybe we just hold here and that's enough. Or I thought I brought a strap. I did. Hang on so I can show you. Okay, so if you can always use a strap too to grab for that back foot. And now the trick would be to re-square your heart forward and maybe just have this, you know, so however loose you need to have it, but just have it on the front side so then that you are squared forward. Really resist though, so you're not just like, oh, cranking in, you know. Okay, that's a lot of talking for this pose. I'm sorry. Let's get to the mermaid. So if you would like, there, hook the elbow, maybe raise your right arm up, but behind, and clasp, and breathe. Okay, so beautiful. Come on out. Way to go, guys. Curl those back toes under. Lift up. Oh, and press back into downward dog. Maybe give a sigh. And pedal out the feet. I'm gonna raise our left leg high. Do the other side now. Bring it forward. Behind that left knee. Remember, we're gonna stay up this time. Squeeze those legs together. Come up. Feel like you have strength there and balance, and if not, work there and it'll come soon enough. Okay, so here we are. Maybe we just stay here. Maybe we bend that back foot in. Maybe we lasso it and use the strap like on the other side if you'd like. Just remember, hang it right here. Otherwise, so many places to work. You can work here. You can work on just coming in, you know, wherever the right amount of resistance, you know, so we're not like, oh, I can't, this is too much, or it's just like, okay, I can feel this, but I can still breathe. And then maybe raise that left arm, bend it. Beautiful. Or try to release as gently as possible. Curl those back toes under. Lift. Press back into a downward dog. And breathe. Go ahead and drop those knees. They open them as wide as the mat. Toes touching. And let's press back now for a little child's pose. Drop the forehead to the earth. Breathe into the back of the heart. And just let go now. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. Okay, let's come into a staff pose. So let's bring our feet out in front of us, flex them firmly, toes bright. Remove the flesh from under your sitting bones so you feel like even. And then let's bring our hands, maybe not right here under our shoulders, but maybe forward a little bit more, and whoop, lift up, come back down. And then feel long and tall, and then come forward. Maybe bend your knees and just rest your torso on your upper thighs. And then as you feel yourself relax, you can straighten your legs and then drop your head. And on the inhale, think like you're growing a little bit longer in the spine. And exhale, just a little bit more, rounding over. All right, inhale, come up, core engaged. And then from here, I'm going to bring my left leg over my right and either tuck that right foot back in or leave it out for a twist. I'm going to look over my left shoulder, get long in the spine, and on the inhale, raise my right arm overhead. And on the exhale, twist, hook around, get long again. And breathe, maybe looking over. And on the inhale, think a little bit length. And on every exhale, just like a slight twist more, even if it's imaginary. And then look back, come undone. And we're gonna switch sides. So my left foot is out in front and cross my right over. And either tuck that left foot back in or you can leave it out. I'm gonna sit evenly. Put my right arm behind me. Inhale that left arm to the sky, getting really long. And then exhaling, twisting, hooking, re-straightening, twisting. And on the inhale, get a little bit longer. And the exhales, just a little bit deeper. Now, your head back to center and the rest of you. And we're gonna bring the soles of our feet now together to touch. Really press into one another, and then bringing my hands behind, lifting up, maybe lifting up and bringing myself closer to my feet. And then from here, opening them like a book and still keeping the edges pressing firmly together and pulling back into myself. Still keeping everything very engaged. And then inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, fold. And just spend some time breathing here if you'd like to bring movement and roll forward, or if you just like to stay and breathe. Whatever speaks to you. And then inhale, come back up. Go ahead and close the knees, and then we're gonna meet on our backs. Okay, you made it. We made it here. This is always such a good place to end. Okay, press your feet firmly into the floor. I'll just do a little bridge here. Roll the shoulders under. Nothing crazy. Just lifting the hips up, lift the toes up. Squeeze everything. Squeeze those bums, and then lower down. Okay, so now if you have your strap, we'll do our little. Make sure our back feels nice after all this. Go ahead and lasso your right foot. And you can reach that left leg out if you'd like. Reach that right leg way high to the sky. Really pulling down on the strap. If you don't have a strap, you can grab the outside of the foot. Try to keep the leg straight though here for this purpose. And just draw that down. And then going to inhale, curl up into that chin. And exhale, come back down, shoulders, head. Switch hands and put that right hand in a cactus. And then from here, drop that right leg over to the left for a nice IT band stretch, just all along the outside right here. And I think if you're not feeling it, you might be too low. So bring that leg up. Whew, there it is. And if you might want to look over the right shoulder. And then inhale, come back up. And we're going to go off to the right now. We counterbalance with this left arm. And breathe. And exhale. And then inhale back to the top. And we're going to let it go. And it's going to feel very weird next to the other one now. Isn't that amazing? I find it amazing. It's longer. Okay. Lasso your left foot now. Really press it out. And at the same time, pull this strap, this hip down back into the earth. This leg is out. Make sure it's pressing out firmly, energetically. And then we're going to do our little IT stretch now. So I'm going to counterbalance with this left arm, and this left foot is going to drop out over to the right. Okay, breathe. Inhale back up. And cactus the right arm now, and we're going to drop that left foot over to the left for that inner groins now. Keep nice tension. Keep your feet active. So my foot's pressing into the strap, but my hand's also pulling back. And then inhale back to center. And go ahead and release. Oh, they're matching again. That's great. And go ahead and bend the knees. Grab the outside edges of your feet and draw those thighs down to the outside of your body for a happy baby. Roll around if you'd like. Okay, now is a great time. If there's something that you didn't get that you would like to do it now. Otherwise, go ahead, curl up into a little ball, take a deep breath, get super tight, squeeze it all together. And when you can't hold it anymore, release everything. Let it all go. Feet roll out, arms roll out. And you made it to Savasana. So find a shape that feels comfortable to you. If that's sitting, if that's knees knocked in. However, just take the next several minutes to try to fully relax, breathe, and let go of any tensions that you may feel that may come up. And I will be here to guide you out in just a few moments. Go ahead and if you'd like to come out, bring small movement back to your body. Otherwise, stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Roll to one side or the other. And then go ahead and use your hands. Push yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you have any questions, always reach out. I'd like to be available. I want to help you on your journey. I hope that was fun. It's it's a challenging pose, but it is a beautiful one. So I think it's worth practicing. Thank you. Namaste. I'll see you next time.